Hey ladies and jerks, today I want to do a retro review on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The first 16-bit system that Nintendo brought out to go up against the Sega Genesis and the TurboGrafx 16. So, here we got our system. I'm sure we've all seen this a million times. Anyways, so Sega thought it would be really hot by releasing the first 16-bit system of theirs, the Sega Genesis, and it was mainly competing with the TurboGrafx 16. Now, the thing about these systems is they came out a little early, and it's not all about just how many bits you're rocking down. So I always felt like during the battle between the Genesis and the Super Nintendo, the Genesis had outdated hardware because it was released first. And it was a little more glitchy. I could overheat a Genesis. I couldn't overheat a Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo definitely represented quality. And I like to think it won the console wars that it was fighting in. Once again, the system is dumpster bait. Maybe if I open it up I'll be able to see what's wrong with it. But I don't got a whole lot of hope in that. Anyways, Super Nintendo was released in 1991 and it took the world by storm. Everyone loved the Super Nintendo, but you were either with Nintendo or you were with Sega. There were never any real problems with the systems other than some getting discolored quicker than others. Wow, this one is rusted to heck. I feel bad for the comic book store owner that bought this thinking it was going to work. Oh, well, you might hate GameStop. People screw them, so they screw us. When people screw them, that's what we get. And this is one example of that. Got a whole bunch of corrosion in here. Looks like someone dumped some water in there or left it outside for a while. Now Nintendo does stand for quality, very good quality, but even it can only take so much. Kind of wonder what happened to this sucker. So personally, I love the Super Nintendo for the RPGs. For Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy series had me sucked in like nothing else. I worship Final Fantasy 3 or Final Fantasy 6 for you sticklers out there. I have to apologize about my baby humming in the background. She's having a bath with mommy, so you'll have to excuse me for that. There we go. Wow, that is corroded. What happened to you? If only you could tell us what happened. It's easier to say bad things about the stuff you review than it is to say good things, and this thing is so good, I'm drawing a blank. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Oh, wow, that's horrible. I think I see the problem with this. And again, I feel pretty bad for the comic book store owner that purchased this. Jeez, this must have been left in a puddle or something. That's nasty. Ooh, it even starts to smell now. Looks like what happens when you leave batteries in your system for too long and they start to leak. If you're a teenager, Nintendo's probably not for you, but if you're a parent and you go out and you get a system keeping your young ones in mind, you're buying Nintendo. I don't care who you are. Anyways, that's not to say that the other systems aren't good for kids. They're just not meet the same standard, the same quota of a Nintendo. You have to excuse me for the gore, but this was free, so you can't complain. That's it. That's it. That's all. So it was a beautiful system. I believe I should give this system, a Viking funeral. I'll put it back together. I'll send her out to sea and put her to flame. But I'm sure this system has seen some good days. But it's time for it to rest in peace. Anyways, hope you enjoy these reviews. Like and subscribe if you like what you see. And have a good one.